Greetings, loyal subscribers and honoured guests. So I've decided to do another episode of this random retro reveries, as I decided to call it in the first episode. So if you didn't like that, then it's not likely to get much better. So I'd skip this one if I were you. But if you thought it was alright and you can bear to watch some more of that sort of nonsense, then I'm back again for roughly an hour. I'll try and stick to closer to an hour than the hour and a half that the last one was. And to begin with, I recently watched a video by on a channel called NES Complex, who has a playlist called Is It Fun? And he had a look at a game called Journey to Silius on the NES. And he did a pretty good job of convincing me that this looked like quite a fun game. So I want to check it out for myself for a little bit. So pressed the wrong button. So let's start off by playing a little bit of Journey to Silius. So we've got achievements, which is nice. I'm just going to turn the volume up on my stereo system a little bit because I can't hear anything at the moment. Yeah, that's better. I did turn it down because my voice also comes through the surround sound system when I've got the microphone plugged in, which is a bit disconcerting. But I would like to hear the music of the game a little bit because it's pretty good from what I've heard on his review. So let's skip this and get into it. This is by who is it by? The same people who make Sunsoft, the same people who make Blaster Master and Batman. So they made pretty good NES games back in the day. So let's so it's sort of a run and gun platformer, as you can see. Can't aim up. Oh, that was crap, wasn't it? You can duck. Yeah, so it's oh. Very much an action game. And interestingly, it started off as a Terminator license, as NES Complex pointed out in his video, and this was all set in the future war part of the Terminator film with hunter killers and stuff, but they lost the license or they couldn't get it to begin with, I'm not sure which. So they changed the game into this. I forget what the Japanese title is. It's not Journey to Silius, but that's what they branded it as when they brought it over. I'm not sure if it came out in PAL territories. Not being an NES owner myself, I wouldn't know whether this came out in the UK. I don't see why it shouldn't really, but you never know. Oh, I am crap at avoiding those. Let's give it another go. Continue. Does that power up my weapon? I'm not sure. Just realised I haven't got my phone next to me, so I can't really tell how long I've been playing at the moment. yeah, although taking a look at the Punisher last time was fun, I don't really want to spend so long with just one game in the future. I'd like to keep it a bit more varied for further episodes of this. Because I can always come back and do a dedicated video about a particular game if I feel it's worth it. Anyway, got shot in the butt. We might do some Commodore 64 stuff today as well. But after this we'll definitely spin the sort of random wheel and see what comes out. Those guns are annoying. The only thing I don't like about this so far is the inability to shoot upwards. That would be useful. Oh, what does that do? I've got a boss battle. Oh! Ew! I don't know what that is. Space turkey thing. Ow! Game over again. Let's see where the continue puts me. Right back at the beginning? Okay. Right. Well, I'll try one more time. I think I need to go away and practice this a bit more on my own and then come back maybe. Ah, you bugger. Yeah, the controls aren't quite as nice as something like Contra, where you can aim where you want to. A bit more rigid. Whoops! I could blame that on the non-responsive button, but I think it was me actually. Got you. No. Oh, you bastard. Oh shit, biscuits. Where's it gonna put me back? Near this guy? Yes, luckily. Come on. I've only got 2 health for this bit, which isn't looking promising. No, get away from me. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, the D-pad on this Xbox controller isn't great. I ducked when I didn't really want to there. So, okay. That's Journey to Silius then. I should definitely go away and practice that some more. I was going to see if I can pick up my phone without ruining everything. Back in a second. Okay, so I've set a timer for about 55 minutes. We were probably playing that for about 10 minutes actually, but never mind. So let's go back, press the random button. Game Boy, okay. Palamedes. No, I think that's a puzzle game. I am usually crap at puzzle games, so let's try something else. Montezuma's Return. I can have a little look at that. It's I think this is a sort of puzzly, platformy game like Rick Dangerous or something. It's probably the sequel to Montezuma's Revenge, I would imagine. Yeah, it looks like an Indiana Jones type platforming game. Oh. Very much sort of Rick Dangerous or there's a oh bollocks. That was not a great start. There's a Commodore 64 game called Sydney Hunter, which this looks like as well. Don't appear to have a whip or anything. There's a key. There's a door up here, wasn't there? Okay. Jump over the snake. This seems pretty neat so far, actually. I like the graphics. It's more of a although it is a platformer, it's sort of a puzzle game as well. Can we go up? Can I jump over? Yeah. The music sounds like Three Blind Mice. Is that going to reset everything? Okay. I've still got the key. So let's go down this ladder. Rolly skull. Oh bollocks, what happened to me there? I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Doesn't seem to like falling on that conveyor belt. Ah, I've got to go down the pole on the conveyor. Oh shit, into the flames. Yeah, the graphics are quite nice for a Game Boy cartridge. Wonder if you can get that knife. I bet you can. Ah. Ooh. Rolly skull. Burning. Yep, got the knife. Oh! Ah, the knife seems to give you one free hit, so that skull disappeared. Am I temporarily invincible? I am. Shit. No, but not to flame. Okay, so I've got 3 Indiana Joneses left. Oh, that's too far. It's pretty cool, actually. If I had actually played this back in the day, I probably would have been quite impressed. Oh shit. My last life. Rolly skull. Another rolly skull. Should we go down? Oh, the music's changed. Oh, yeah, that place looked like a complete death trap. Game over. $1997.98. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, I think, but that was pretty cool. Oh, exit. There we go. And spin the randomizer again. We're back on the NES. Metal Storm. I do know a little bit about this game. I think, yeah, this is the one where you can flip gravity. It looks a little bit like the Assault Suit games on the... Well, I played Assault Suits Vulcan, otherwise known as Cybernator, on the SNES, but there's also one on the Mega Drive, Assault Suits Lanos. I'm not sure how you flip gravity, maybe you can't do it yet. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty cool. And this is a cartridge that goes for a pretty penny. It's fairly uncommon. The colour scheme's a bit lurid. Oh, we seem to have flipped the gravity now. Yeah, it's quite a cool concept. Other games have done it since, of course, but probably not before this one. Die, you silly little gun. Is that going to flip me back? No, not yet. Oh, ouch. Oh, now I'm back on the floor. Some power-ups in there. So let's see if I can get rid of that and get in here. I've beefed up my guns now. How do I flip it so that I can jump back? Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm still alive. Thought I was dead. Yeah, that's pretty neat actually. Woo. Quack. Oh dear. Don't squish me. I said don't squish me. Good. Past that. Oh, I should have flipped, shouldn't I? Silly Billy. Get back in here then. Yeah, there's a ton of games that I've haven't seen on the NES, so that was stupid. Game over. Yeah, another one that I want to spend some more time with. We've done well so far, finding 3 pretty good games. Let's go into Neo Geo, Pochi and Nia. Puyo Puyo Fever. I don't mind a bit of Puyo Puyo. Puyo Puyo Puyo. If that's what it is. It says that's what it is, but it's by Aiki Taito, so I guess it's a clone of Puyo Puyo. Seems to be a lot of clones of that actually, because there was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine as well. Oh, the graphics don't seem to be working very well, so this could well be that this game doesn't work properly. Yeah, let me just try restarting it. Let's see if that fixes it. Otherwise we might have to give up on this one. No, it still seems buggered. Let's just test another Neo Geo game to make sure that they work. If it does it again with this game, it could be that all Neo Geo games are knackered. Ah, there's still weirdness going on with the graphics. I think I have been able to play them in the past, but yeah, there's something going on. Let's try Shock Troopers. Maybe a restart would sort it out, but I'm not going to worry about it today. Oh, that one looks okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, give up on that for now. Let's go back. PlayStation. Now, I haven't got many PlayStation games, 27, as I haven't got much space left on my SD card. I might do a different build of RetroPie with more PlayStation, but we can take a look at something, I suppose. Firebugs. Actually, yeah, that's not a bad game to check out. Little bit of history for you. There was a game series called Roll Cage on the PlayStation, which was similar to something like Wipeout, except you were in these cars with huge wheels that could carry on driving if they got flipped on their roofs. And originally this game, Firebugs, started off as Roll Cage 3, but partway through development, for whatever reason, they decided to change it into Firebugs, and it's a bit more aimed at kids. The difficulty is a lot easier than the what's it? The Roll Cage series. It's not to say it isn't fun. I enjoy it quite a lot. Oh. Okay. Let's just go with Gizmo. I was trying to work out how to change my character, but I couldn't. But let's just give this a go. So if you've seen the roll cage games, then this will look a little bit similar to you. But oh yeah, see, and there's, you can indeed roll on your roof like you could in roll cage. But yeah, it's a lot easier to play this compared to that series. Yeah, and so yeah, also as you can see, PlayStation games work pretty well on the RetroPie. I have overclocked mine a little bit to make games like this run a little bit smoother, but yeah, it's quite good how well they run actually. I also have an Nvidia Shield which can play PlayStation games, but it's not quite as good as this because the emulators on there don't support Rumble, probably because it's an Android based system, but on here you get full Rumble and everything, which is jolly nice on the Xbox pad. So yeah, it's I've never spent as much time with Firebugs as I would have liked. I do own a physical copy of it on the PlayStation, but it's not one. It came out very, very late, really, in the PlayStation's life, and I'd kind of moved on to PS2, I think, by then, and maybe the Dreamcast. Oh, yeah, it was probably the Dreamcast that was taking up my attention rather than this. Speaking of Dreamcast, this can't really handle it, but I do have a Dreamcast. I was thinking of doing some Dreamcast stuff eventually, so stay tuned for that, I guess. That was sort of a wormhole type power up. I'm going to play through one cup of this for now. But yeah, it's definitely a game I need to give a bit more attention to. Ah, that was a very short track. It seemed to be point to point rather than laps, which is a bit strange. But never mind. On we go to the next one. Yeah, 33 seconds. That was very short. Because there was a new game called Grip recently, which was kind of a spiritual successor to Roll Cage in theory, but I didn't really like it. Compared to the bright colours of Roll Cage, it was very dark and muddy, and it just didn't handle very well. I hear they have made significant improvements to it with patches and stuff since, but no, it wasn't as good as Roll Cage in my opinion. Oh, get off me. Although the other drivers can mess you up like that, it's a lot easier to recover in this one. It's another short race. I don't remember these sort of drag strip races from what I had played. I thought it was all sort of cups, but yeah, seem to be doing knockout heats on this one short stage now. Let's see it through to the end anyway. Oh, got you. I do enjoy a good sort of Mario Kart style game, although Wipeout and Roll Cage are a bit different from kart races. They're not too far off. Ooh. Of course, we've got 2 kart races coming up very close to each other. We've got Team Sonic Racing, which will hopefully be good. Although I'm a bit concerned about having to race as a team. And about a month later, we've got the remake of Crash Team Racing, which should be very nice. I've been looking forward to both of those for a while now. In the absence of a proper Mario Kart 9, they're worth picking up, I think. I think we are due for another Mario Kart, although Nintendo could be focusing on the mobile phone Mario Kart rather than a proper console version, which would be a shame if you ask me, but there you go. Don't really know what to expect from the mobile phone Mario Kart, although I'm expecting them not to really bother coming up with any new tracks. I expect they're all going to be old tracks, which is okay, especially if the game is free, which I expect there will be some kind of free version. But if they're going to expect money, then I want some new tracks, please. I expect there will be microtransactions of some kind. It wouldn't surprise me if they did sort of one free cup, which rotates on a monthly basis, and then you can pay money for all the other cups. Oh, I'm getting effed up here. Am I still going the right way? I hope so. Sounds like something's locked on. Oh, get away from that missile. Somehow I avoided that, I'm not sure how. Put a shield on. Yeah, I definitely need to play some more PlayStation stuff on the Pi. In fact, playing this now and seeing how well it's running is tempting me to buy another big SD card and chuck loads of PlayStation games on it. That would be good. I think I am going to do that. Uh-oh. Something zoomed. Oh, I've got a shield on, I should be fine. Yeah, I was fine. And that's the end of the race. Yes, it's a pretty nice game all in all. Press start to continue. Okay. You came first place. Continue. And that was it. So yeah, that's Firebugs. Highly recommended. So back out to the main menu, random, PC. I'm going to avoid doing PC just for now because, yeah, it's tricky. Back on PlayStation. Speed Freaks. Okay, this is another sort of cult classic kart racer for the PlayStation. I don't know how well known it was really. It doesn't handle as well as some games, it can be a bit tricky to get used to the steering. Actually, I used to be fairly adept at it back in the day, but I played it not so long ago and thought it handled like shit. But yeah, let's have a tournament on here. Let's just be this guy. He's the sort of all-rounder, and we'll see if I can get anywhere with this. It's the drifting that's weird. It's very easy to overdo the drift and lose control. So far so good. I wonder if you can zoom out a little bit, because that... yeah, that's better. Graphics are glitching a little bit. I think that's supposed to be a sort of chrome effect, that you can see the writing behind. Oh no. Yeah. So graphically it's decent. It's just the controls are a little bit weird feeling. It's a little bit floaty and a little bit sluggish at the same time. Oh. You pick up the lightning bolts to use as boost, and the item boxes have your fairly standard stuff in them. I've got missiles there, triple missiles, nice and colourful, quite nice detail. It's really only the weird handling that lets it down. But if you're sort of fairly light on the controls, it's better. Oh no! Shit. The music reminds me a lot of Ape Escape. I wouldn't be at all surprised to learn if it was the same composer. Invincibility. Yay! First place. Let's see what we got next. Is it loading or is it stuck? I think it might have got stuck. That's a shame. I think it has worked properly in the past. Oh well. That's all we get for Speed Freaks for now then. Unfortunate. TurboGrafx 16. Okay. Power 11. I don't know anything about that. I think it sounds like a football game. I'll launch it, and if it is football, then I shall quit. Because I don't want to play that. What's going on here? Yes, it is football, so F that nonsense. Arcade. Space Pilot. That's a version of Time Pilot. I played Time Pilot on the last one, didn't I? So I'm not going to do that again. Shinobi. Yeah, we can play some Shinobi, although I'm not very good. I don't know which one of these to go with. Let's try this one. Of course, this isn't. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Let's try this one then. That appears to be alright.
Mission 1.
This is an all-time classic, of course. I've never really been particularly good at it. Ah. No. There we go, that's better. I know what button does what now. I was a fan of the Game Gear version of Shinobi. Played that a lot. Oh dear. Rubbish. Never really played this much in the arcades because I was too young when it came out. I used to watch people play it. That were much better than I was. Played it a little bit on the Commodore 64, but not. I've never really played Shinobi a great deal. I've played Shadow Dancer, especially the Mega Drive version of Shadow Dancer, which is different from the arcade. And yes. And I've played Revenge of Shinobi. Oh. Why is Spider-Man there? Rescue the hostage. If you like Shinobi type games, I can recommend Ninja 5 on the Game Boy Advance, although it's another really rare game at this point, also known as Ninja Cop over here. Shit. It plays a lot like Shinobi, except there's a grappling hook. So it's like a Shinobi Bionic Commando hybrid. I don't know if I'm going to get past this because I'm not very good at this. Let's give it one more go. No. So there is Shinobi.